Hello, America. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of Love After Lockup or Life After Lockup. It's called Life After Lockup. Welcome to my review of Life After Lockup, Season 2, Episode 16. Shouldn't this be a whole new series? Anyway, y'all, guess what? This is one day after it aired. I told y'all I was on schedule. I told y'all I had my recital today. Because I go to voice lessons. I feel good, y'all. I feel good. I feel like tomorrow I need to do my schoolwork. And once I do my schoolwork, I will be okay. I am reviewing Claws. You can find it right up here. I will have a new series coming out July 1st. My earrings will be back July 1st. And also, I will have a new podcast coming out July 1st-ish. Okay, let's get Lizzie and Scott out the way. First of all, Lizzie is getting ready for her date. Why in the hell do Lizzie have on that badass wig? What has happened? What's going on? Anyway, she put on this ugly ass outfit. And another thing, was Lizzie's breast always that big? Because her breasts are huge. So I'm trying to figure out, did she get some enhancements? But with what money? Well, Scott's money. But I'm just really confused. Lizzie's getting ready for her date. Jasmine helps her pick out some two gray. They wasn't even the same gray. Like, how you go? Anyway, she goes to meet this man named Noah. She starts to tell Noah how she was in prison. And you know how she can't drink because she used to do heroin and just a whole bunch of stuff. And when I tell you, Noah looked like he couldn't handle Lizzie on his best day, let alone on a Friday afternoon. I'm sorry, a Friday evening. He could never handle Lizzie. We see Scott. Scott is going on his date. They just so happen to be going on a date at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but at the same day. Okay, on the same day. Scott is walking in that restaurant like an old man. He sits down, and I guess Scott must like him some black women because this lady is black as well. And I'm like, but your son is white. So what's really going on? Anyway, we see Scott. Scott starts to talk about Lizzie. He said he had an ex-girlfriend where he gave her a lot of money. And he even gave her money after that to help her move because he promised that to her. And so the lady he was on the date with was like, okay, pause. So if I ask for $400 for my yoga studio today, then I don't talk to you in 4 months. Are you still going to give me the money? And he said, if I had the money, I probably would. The lady is not pleased with Scott. She tells the camera that he can make a great partner for someone, once he gets some self-esteem or, once he's all right with himself, but he ain't gonna make a good partner for her. Okay, so she's up and at him. She's out of here. Okay, now Lizzie and Noah get the bill, right? They get the bill, and he's like, pause. He said, that gotta have been set up. Hold on, because now that I'm thinking about it, it had to have been set up because she got out non-alcoholic drinks. So she really just got juice and some lemonade and some sparkling cider mixed together. He got alcohol and he gonna sit up here and say, oh, it's a little bit more expensive than I expected. Can we split the bill? That had to be fake. But anyway, Lizzie says she needs a man to support her like Scott did. Well, girl, Scott then supported you all the way to the poorhouse. So you can't get him no more, okay? But that's the end of their story. I really hope that they don't end up together. I know that they are probably, but I really hope that they don't. Oh, then we see a scene where she is talking to one of her co-workers about how, she looking for a man and how she used to like women in prison, but now, she don't do that no more. And she really asked that man. She really asked him, do you have like a brother or a cousin or something? And it's like, you really gonna ask this man that you clearly don't find attractive because you didn't ask him out. If he got a brother or a cousin or a son or something, no. I don't. Brittany and Marcelino also was a quick story. Brittany is up in the morning. She's very tired. She said that she was up with the baby all night because Marcelino is trying to start a poker career. I don't know. Marcelino is trying to start a poker career. She feels bad that she's not able to give all of her, she doesn't have enough energy to give it to her children and still have energy left. I mean, girl, you a damn human. Anybody telling you to be no superwoman. Marcelino has a problem with her hanging around. I never watered my aloe vera plant. Marcelino has a problem with her hanging around with Sasha and Amanda. And, he doesn't want her to go back to jail. Brittany says she's not going to go back to jail because she wouldn't jeopardize anything. But let's get back to that. That was the end of their story. But let's get back to Marcelino and his poker career. He said that he has a poker career. He plays poker about 3 or 4 nights a week. He's trying to jump into the poker career. So he's an aspiring pokerist. He's an aspiring pokerist. And he would cut down his hours, but if he cuts down his hours, he wouldn't be bringing a lot of money home. And I'm like, what type of poker are you playing where you guarantee coming home with money every single night? Like, poker I thought was learn how to hold them, learn how to fold them. You always holding them? You always winning? I don't know. But that's the end of their story. Brittany ultimately just wants Marcelino to be supportive. And I'm pretty sure that Marcelino is just doing this as a storyline because I thought last season he was softer and more understanding, toward the end of the season. But now, like the last 3 or 4 episodes. But now he's back to being a piece of trash. Tracy and Clint. So they're in the car. And Tracy is like, I really want to meet your mother. Clint says, look, you gonna meet my mama one time, okay? Y'all both in good health. Y'all not gonna die unless some accident happens. So, you're fine. And she's like, why are we talking about death? I just want to meet your mother, okay? Another thing, his voice sounds different. His voice box is weaker. His throat is weaker. What activity can you do to make your throat weaker? Your vocal cords. What's wrong with your vocal cords? Tracy wants to meet Clint's mom by hook or by crook, okay? So they go over to his mother's house. She's not on the property at all. But I guess his mama said, no, okay? You're not going to be on my property. Get the hell away from me. Honestly, his mama said she wasn't having it. He said, I don't know how I'm going to either convince my mother to want to see Tracy or how I'm going to go back and tell Tracy that my mama don't want to see her. He walked in that door. His mama was like, hey, honey, how are you? He's like, hey, I'm good. I just wanted to let you know that I got Tracy. And she said, where? In the car? She not on your property, but she in front of my damn property. When I tell you his mama don't care. She looked outside, she seen her, and she said, this is upsetting me. I'm upset. Okay? The fact that you would have brought this woman to my property in front of where my eyes can see her, my feelings are really hurt. Let me tell you something, Clint. I'm a little bit done with this, okay? So she can do all that proving, prove to me, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you something. Right now, I'm done with it. Okay? I'm done with it. And don't ask me if I will meet that woman. Because guess what? I won't. And Clint took that information outside and said, she don't really want to meet you right now. Tracy looked at him and said, okay. Got in the car. He said, are you okay, honey? Goddess? She said, I'm fine. He said, I love you. She said, okay. Tracy says, yeah, I know what I did was wrong, but, she can't, not forgive me forever. Yes, she can. She can hold her grudge. She can, not even a grudge. She don't even have a grudge. Her first impression of you And she ain't even never met your ass. Her first impression of you was that you was a crackhead who stole her son's money and left him. When I tell you, she said, I'm done with it. Now get. And he got. That's the end of their story. And that's that on that. This is why I am so happy that Andrea and Lamar are on this show. Okay? Because when I see Andrea and she's just so very interesting. She's out with her daughter, her 14-year-old daughter, who wears a lot of makeup for her age, or makeup in general. And they're going to the meat market. She's like, okay, if I do the ribs, are you going to fry the chicken? And Nyla looked at her and said, no, I'm going to eat me some ramen noodles and I'm going to go my ass to bed, okay? Andrea's like, no, you need to be involved. You need to be happy. Girl, don't nobody want to be happy. She also said it was a culture shock moving from Utah to the inner city of Los Angeles. Fuck, I don't know what's that supposed to mean. It was a culture shock. What's that supposed to mean? Andrea says the reason why Nyla is so far removed from Lamar is because they had a bond back in Utah. They created a bond. And once he went to jail, it really ruined it because, you know, he was in prison again. And she says she's on the phone. Her friends call her. This is what she's saying to her friends, and she says it just really makes me sad that that Nyla can't trust black men, or says that she can't trust black men. Girl, you done set yourself up for the Wally Wop. What in the hell are you talking about? And she tells her friend she gotta go. Same thing she did in that damn update. Where are they now? Last she closes the phone. Then she starts to cry. Bro, I'm like, is nobody else in the meat market? Cause she was boo-hoo crying. And then her daughter come over there. Oh, mom, it's okay. Then her daughter sits up there and says, she's been doing this by herself for so long. You know, she just has so much on her plate. I don't want my 14-year-old daughter to worry about me in that way. Okay? Her 14-year-old daughter should not be worrying about her mother. Live your fucking life as a child. We see Andrea. She's going to pick up Lamar from the county jail. She said that last night she had on she was going to wear a nice dress, but all that changed. She just had on a t-shirt. She didn't even have on no makeup. Homegirl said, take me as I am or don't take me at all, okay? I ain't going to say nothing. Anyway, she gets out the car. She waiting for him. He goes to the payphone. He calls Andrea. He's like, hey, where you at? She like, I'm at home. Boom, boom, boom. It's a whole little joke. She like, okay, no, turn around. I'm here. They get in the car. He's like, where my car at? I thought you was going to drive my car. She like, no, I didn't drive your car. Bro, apparently that nigga got a Benz. Where you get a Benz from? He worked hard for that Benz. And apparently he was going to school and working before he went to jail. And Andrea said, you know, she had to get her LA license to be a real estate agent because I guess when he was working and stuff, she just was a stay-at-home Mormon wife like she was supposed to be. But you didn't marry no Mormon man. So what are you talking about? Girl, this ain't the no Mormon tradition. What are you talking about? They get in the car. He like, why you ain't get my car? Why you ain't get my car? Why you ain't drive my car? She like, I'm really sad that he is only worried about his car and not worried about me or the kids or blah, blah, blah. And she like, I had to sell your car. We needed to make ends meet and I had to sell your car. So Lamar was very angry about her selling the car because he like, I put, you know, a lot of hard work into getting that car, blah, blah, blah. So she was like, you didn't put that much hard work because you didn't go back to, you went back to jail. And he says, you know, he knows that he let his family down and let everybody who was depending on him down, and he doesn't want to go back to jail anymore, and he's never going to go back to jail. I don't know. Let's hope so, bro. But, you know, then you said that the first time that you weren't going to go back to jail. Anyway, he didn't know that the nigga that he hopped in the car with had a gun, and so the police pulled him over for no reason, and then he ended up going to jail. Okay. They get back to the house, and lo and behold, she didn't sell the car. That nigga and she got it washed. I'm trying to figure out. Andrea said she was new and improved Andrea. She was mad. She was angry. It don't seem like you mad nor angry. You done wash that man car. That man car shine. How he got a bent? Anyway, that's the end of their story, okay? Moving on. Michael, Megan, and Sarah. Only reason I said Zara is because I remember Megan saying she needed a Xanax. Bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? You need a Xanax. Huh? You need to stop fucking with married men. That's what the hell you need to do. And maybe your fucking nerves wouldn't be up here. I'm sorry. Michael's mother, her name is Carolyn, gets in the car with Megan and says, how we gonna do this? What we gonna do? Megan says, look, I just didn't come here on my own volition. Your son told me to be here. Your son sought me out, and even though he's married, you still don't fall out of love with somebody because, they hurt you. And Megan is a prime side chick. This is prime side chick behavior, okay? Megan asked why the mother nor Day didn't tell, Day is the sister, didn't tell her that he was married. And the mother says nothing. She don't say nothing about it. But what she does say is, I don't want you in my house. It's going to be too chaotic and whatever, because of Day defending Sarah and you and her and a whole bunch of other stuff. So you can't be at the house. And also when my son comes, I want to have a moment with my son. I want to talk to my son and I don't want you to interfere. And Megan is like, yeah, I know, I'm gonna give y'all your space, y'all cool. I don't understand why after however long that Michael was in jail that his mother still has that hairstyle. And I don't understand why Michael, Megan, and Sarah are even still a thing. Okay? It shouldn't it shouldn't even be a thing. Oh, and also Megan told his mother that he gonna drive back with her and they was gonna go get something to eat or whatever they had plans. And it's crazy because your son didn't even tell you that this whole girl was gonna come and pick him up, and you drove not a long way, but you drove here to come see your son and spend time with your son, and he about to be with some girl that's not even his wife. Last time he was with his wife, now he with some other girl. You can't catch a break, can you? Yikes. So Michael walks out. He has 90 days on parole and he's on an ankle monitor. He called it a tether, but I know he didn't see the movie Us because he surely wouldn't have called it a tether anymore. He says at the end of the day, he still loves Megan regardless of what anyone says, his mother and his sister. And Michael says that he didn't tell Megan because he didn't have the opportunity to tell Megan that he was married. So Megan is like, okay, come on, let's go. We about to go out. So they go out to eat. He says he didn't tell her certain things because he thought he could juggle everything. And the marriage wasn't legitimate to him because it was just so he could see his child. Michael says him and Sarah were going through hell and it wasn't cheating when he was in New York because they weren't together. And this was like last season cheating. I don't know, y'all. He says that he loves Sarah, but he's not in love with Sarah, and he doesn't plan on staying with Sarah. And he's gonna get a divorce once he gets settled in. Megan doesn't know if he's really gonna get a divorce. Megan doesn't trust him anymore. So in the meantime, Day texts Sarah to let her know that Megan is with Michael, or Michael is with Megan, should I say. And her friend is like, why would he even allow another girl to pick him up? And Sarah says, because he's scum. But you married him. You still, no, not even you married him. You still want to be with him even after he told you even after he literally is doing what he's doing. Like, what are you talking about, girl? You sound stupid. And you're fucking 9 months pregnant. Dumb. So Megan drops off Michael. Michael says that Megan asks him, what you gonna do? You gonna call anybody? He says, I'm gonna call Sarah and because I want to speak to Aviana, and Megan is like, okay, well, call me later on, blah, blah, blah. So she's basically a real life side chick. And then she says, hey, Michael. And he says, what? And she says, never mind. She has something that she needs to tell him, but she doesn't know how to tell him. I hope she pregnant because it's what she deserves. I'm sorry. It's what she deserves. It honestly is what she deserves. You pregnant by somebody, girl, it's what you deserve. Michael calls Sarah and she goes in the bathroom and she's like, because she at the clothing store. Apparently nobody else is in this clothing store. She's like, oh, did you have fun with your girlfriend? And he's like, why are you acting like this? Like, you just want to have a civilized conversation? Sarah says that she's done being disrespected. Sarah's like, does Megan know you're calling me? And he's like, yeah, Megan know I'm calling you. And Sarah says that she doesn't really, she's done, and she's like a boiling pot of water over a flame, and the more you leave her on the flame, the hotter she gonna get or boil, whatever the hell she said. And she hangs up. I thought she hung up with him, but she just went outside and then got in the car and started talking to him. And he was like, listen, I ain't got time for the beef. Do you want a divorce or not? And that's how it ended. But she said that, have fun with your fat girlfriend. And she also said she also said she thinks that Michael is playing her. She 100% thinks that Michael is playing her, but she 150% thinks that Michael is playing, what's her name? Megan. That's how the story ended. I really do hope that Megan is pregnant, because some lessons you got to learn the hard way. You know what? I'm sorry. No, that sound mean, but life is mean, okay? But anyway, y'all, if y'all like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Everything you need to know about me will be in the bottom bar below. My name is Brielle. I make beats. I sing songs. If you like what you see, come on along. Bye.